Why is it that we can scroll on our phones and play video games for hours? Yet when it comes time to focusing on our biggest priorities, we seem to struggle to sometimes focus even for minutes. Well, science shows there's an easy way how you can allocate your time consistently on your biggest priorities, making it so that doing the hard work is like scrolling on TikTok. My name is Ante. On this channel, you'll learn how to become way more productive and get way more done in way less time. The fuck, no way. My name is Ante. On this channel, you learn how to become way more productive, and specifically in this video, how you can make work really feel easy. So let's go into it. I was also somebody who played video games for hours every single day whilst I was in school. I even competed at a bunch of tournaments. But when it came time to actually, stop playing video games, start actually doing something with my life, I would start making videos, a few years ago, and I would often, struggle to even start, honestly. Even though there's nothing, I don't know how hard with clicking on record on your phone. And even if I did start, I would often honestly just after 2-3 hours, I would feel such a huge resistance towards continuing to doing this work. And I would just want to literally do anything just so I'd have to continue doing this. I would go on my phone most of the days and I would feel awful. I felt disgusted, like, how can I not work for 4 or 5 hours a day on my goals? And when it comes time to go to my job that I didn't like, I would spend there 8 hours a day, every single day. You know why? And today, I'm somebody who actually, when he goes into work, it actually does feel like scrolling TikTok. It feels so natural. It doesn't feel hard. There's no hard in working to me right now. So how did I do this? The first thing I'm going to teach you is power down ritual. This is something I learned from very famous entrepreneur. He's a CEO and co-founder of Flow Research Collective, which is a leading institute in flow states, pretty much. This institute, this entrepreneur Ryan Doris, he helps organizations and individuals unlock their full potential. He helped even U.S. Navy, Audi, and a bunch of others. I'm gonna put something on the screen with becoming way more productive, unlocking their full potential. So this is something I learned from him. So, pay attention. First thing he always does is pretty much just looks at his goal. Why would he do this? Because he never wants to get, of course, he never wants to get distracted and start doing something completely different and actually not achieve his goal. Because if it's not in front of your mind, then you are very likely to forget about it. As you see, a bunch of people forget about their goals that they set, even a few weeks after it, and let alone a few months. Think like you're like a captain. You look at your compass so that you know where you need to go. Well, you're pretty much doing the same thing with actually reviewing your goal every single day. Second thing that you want to do is actually think, what are the most important things that will get me to my goal? Okay, so I know where I want to get, but there's some things that will give me more results than others. Let's say that you want to get shredded by some very common goal. Well, if you're going to do only 2 things, you're going to work out and you're going to track your calories, how much are you eating. If you're going to do only one thing, then you're only going to work out. I mean, there's obviously a bunch more that you could do, but there's always some things that give you more benefits than some others. He calls this the goal-directed actions, the action that will move you the closest, the most towards accomplishing your goals. And so how can you do this? Well, you can ask a great question by another expert that I learned this from, and that is pretty much, if you could work only 4 hours a week, for example, 4 hours a week, yeah, you heard me correctly, what would you do in order to accomplish your goal anyway? Well, for me, I would just record videos. I wouldn't probably edit them. I would just record videos and that's it. Honestly, pretty much, yeah. Like, obviously that's way harder to accomplish your goal that way, but this makes it so you really understand, okay, if I'm gonna do anything, I'm gonna do that. Like, this is the most important thing, okay? So once you identify these goal-directed actions, these most important actions, Then you want to schedule every single day that you work in advance. What 1 to 3 actions are you going to do that day? No more than 3, because if there's more than 3, then that means that it's not actually important. And once you did that, then you want to break each down into micro actions. So if it's recording videos, as I said, that's the most important action for me. I want to break it down. So first I have to, pick a video idea. What am I going to talk about? And I have to create a thumbnail. So for example, I have to do a bunch of other things. But for example, how do I pick a video idea? Breaking this down into each step. How do I create the thumbnail? Okay, I want to do this, okay, do this. Okay, open Canva, then add this effects, add these pictures from my phone. Okay, use that effect for, you want to break it down into each step. So it's way easier the next day when you actually get on your desk and start working or studying or whatever you do, you know what you're going to do. For example, I said studying. If you're going to study, don't say, I'm going to study. Be specific. Say, I'm going to do this, and that. I'm going to practice these exams. I'm going to learn these 2-3 lessons. Be very specific what you're going to do. Once you actually did this too, then you just ask yourself at the end of the day, okay, what have I done today? Are there any undone tasks that I haven't done? Pretty much so that you never fall into, a bunch of tasks that being undone, but you just try to push more and more and more, so you actually do everything that you wanted to do. So that's it from Ryan Doris. If you're an entrepreneur who wants my personal help one-on-one with becoming way more productive, making way more money while working less, click the link in the description of this video and make it your reality. And now a commitment that changed my life forever. Literally. I was in 8th grade, my mom made me a deal. If you pass this grade with an A, you're gonna get any gaming PC you want. Any gaming PC. Imagine you're in 8th grade. At least for me, I was hyped. I was so motivated. Almost, this current goal is even more motivating, but that one was the second biggest, motivation for me in my whole life. And I actually decided I'm going to do it. I take you on that commitment. I'm going to achieve it. But the first day I was going to school, me and my friends said we're going to go with bikes. And it's a few kilometers away, around 600 kilometers. So we start going, okay, everything's going fine, but we start messing around, especially me, and I was doing some stupid tricks and I fell down the bike. And I obviously, crashed, but I wasn't bleeding anywhere, nothing serious, and we thought everything's fine, okay, I got back up and we continued going. It was summer, so it was hot. And we got to the school and we, got all the books that we we're gonna need for the whole year, and we started writing our schedules for the first 2 weeks. And as I started writing the schedules, I realized that my hands started to hurt more and more. I realized something was wrong. I thought, maybe it just started function, maybe it just kicked in right now. Maybe it took some time, who knows? And so everything was fine, okay. We got out of the school. My mom came to school with car to pick up all the books, so we don't have to carry them to home. And she asked, everything's fine? I was like, yeah, everything's fine. And we started going down. We started going home. But each moment, after a few minutes after we started going, I started, it started to hurt even more. And each literally minute, it started to hurt more and more. This was because it was getting colder and colder. It was getting, it was closer to, the sun was falling down. And by the time I got home, I was in such a pain. I rushed into my house and I said, Mom, we need to go to hospital. I think my arm is broken. And guess what? We got there, we screened the arm, and my arm was really broken. And I was like, okay, do I continue this goal? Is it even still possible? I couldn't write for months. I was in a serious debate, but I didn't give up. And at the last day, to keep it a bit smaller, shorter story, on last day, I freaking passed with an A. 4.4 because my mom missed the calculations, but it was pretty much, I thought it was 5, so I take it as a win. I take it as I did it. She thought I actually did it. So I think she cheated on me for a little bit, I'm never gonna forgive that to her, but I freaking did it. I freaking couldn't believe it, but I did it. And I got that gaming PC. I got it. And the moral of the story, the point of the story is commitments can change your life. Highly motivating goals can change your life. So both of these, together. think, what are something that excites me really? If I were to achieve it, holy, I would be so excited. I would be so proud of myself, that I achieved it. So in order to, set a really high motivating goal that you really want to do, maybe it's making a bunch of money through some online business. Maybe it's getting in shape by summer, becoming way more healthy. Maybe it's something completely forward. Doesn't matter. What's highly motivating to you? What excites you? And then make a commitment with others. Same as my mom made with me. But I advise you, because you're probably not going to make it with your mom. I advise you to do it with someone or somebody that is ambitious or has a similar goal. You don't have to even know them in real life. You can know them over the internet, but in real life, even probably better if they're really ambitious. And set aside every week at least one meeting in which you literally just say, okay, how is it going? You review each other's progress. You want to make sure that you're both sticking to the goals you're committed. So you're not only committed to yourself, but there's somebody else that's holding you committed too. And why do you do this? Well, read on the screen. When you share your goal with someone, the likelihood of success increases to 60%. And when you regularly check in with someone, the chances increase even further, up to 90%. Do you see the increase? And you want to make sure that you get all the advantage that you can. If there's such an easy way that, will increase your chances by so much in accomplishing your goals, take it, man. Why wouldn't you take it? So that's it for this video. I really hope I helped you, and that working hard will be now easier than ever, pretty much. If you got this value from this video, then I couldn't be more happy. See you in another video.